The biblical role of Huldah. The intellectual authority prophetess introduction. Huldah is a significant figure in the Bible, recognized as a prophetess who held intellectual and spiritual authority during a critical period in Judah's history. Her role is unique and noteworthy because she was consulted by King Josiah's officials to authenticate the book of the law discovered in the temple, and she delivered a prophetic message that influenced the religious reforms of the time. Biblical references to Huldah. Huldah appears explicitly in two main biblical passages, 2 Kings 22:14-22, Chronicles 34:22-28. These passages describe her role during the reign of King Josiah, around the 7th century BC. Role and significance, intellectual authority, and prophetic role. Huldah was sought out by the king's men, indicating her recognized authority and credibility as a prophetess. She was not summoned by the king himself, but by his officials, which underscores her respected position in the religious community. Huldah's prophetic role was to authenticate the scroll found in the temple, likely a version of Deuteronomy, or a similar covenantal text, which was pivotal for Josiah's reforms. She delivered a difficult and sobering message about the consequences of the people's disobedience to God, yet also conveyed hope through the king's humility and repentance. Unique position among biblical prophetesses. Huldah is one of the few prophetesses mentioned by name in the Hebrew Bible. She is the only biblical prophetess explicitly recorded as prophesying about the future, which highlights her unique role in the prophetic tradition. Her authority was unquestioned, and her words carried the weight of divine revelation, influencing national policy and religious practice. Contextual importance. Huldah's prophecy came at a time when Judah was undergoing significant religious reform, aiming to restore proper worship and adherence to the covenant with God. Her validation of the discovered scroll gave divine legitimacy to Josiah's reforms, which included purging idolatry and centralizing worship in Jerusalem. Summary table of key points. Aspect details. Biblical references: 2 Kings 22:14-20, 2 Chronicles 34-22-28. Role: prophetess. Intellectual authority. Validator of the book of the law. Unique contribution. Only biblical prophetess recorded prophesying the future. Influence: her prophecy led to King Josiah's religious reforms. Historical context: during the reign of King Josiah, 7th century BCE, a period of religious restoration. Legacy: symbol of female prophetic authority and spiritual leadership in the Bible. Conclusion: Huldah's role as a prophetess in the Bible exemplifies intellectual and spiritual authority. She was a key figure in confirming the divine law and guiding the nation through a critical religious renewal. Her story underscores the important role women played in biblical prophecy and the transmission of divine wisdom.